Hey there, folks. I am Joe Crawford of artlung.com. Pretty much every day I go to CSSBattle.dev, do the daily target, and record myself doing it. That's what I'm going to do right now. Oh, we got circles. We got circles. Circles and interleaving, interlocking values there. Okay. So one of the questions that I don't feel like I've talked about is how many elements is this? Can we do this all in backgrounds? And so we basically just use the HTML or just the body element really, or do we want to make some elements? And if so, how many? I'm kind of curious to know. So what does it look like if we do? I want to see the paragraph element. What does it look? What do we need to do to torture? Not the right word. An HTML, the HTML element or a paragraph element. Sorry, my bad. Into that shape. Like if I do a radial gradient, I think I need two radial gradients still, right? So maybe there's not much of a point of that. 1Q and the color, 40 pixels. So there's the circle, and I'm going to put black on that. Okay, so let's use margins 4, 5, 6, 65, 50, and then taller 150, 60, 70. So that circle is at let's move it. We can move it by doing minus 10 pixels. And then a bigger radius, 80. Maybe 85. So that's one circle. Now, what if I give it a width? So I can get it to do that, kind of. If I give it, so it's got a radius of 85, so that's 170. That puts them like that. But if I decrease it, they get stuff together, but I also lose the outer edges, right? So that actually makes it inappropriate. Now I can stuff this into a variable. C for circle. And then I can say C for circle. And I'm going to undo that width. Background size. And I don't want a slash there. I want a comma. And that does what I want. And then over top of that, I can do a conic gradient. Now, the conic gradient that will work for that will be, what will that be? It will be transparent, 25%, and then this overlaying color. So I set that to a no repeat. And then move it. So there's an L. And then if I make it repeat on the Y, I can make it work. So at present, I don't think I actually need a width. Or yeah, I know I do need a width of 100%, I think. And I need an at value. So let's set back the no repeat. And instead of transparent, we'll do black. So that's the shape. So let's fit that into place. So the position 30, 40, 50, 60. And then the height is 110. No, that's not right. The height is 110. And then I need a at value. So I need to move the center of it to there's 40, 40. I think that means it's 50, 50, 60. Now I'm going to let that repeat Y. And that gives me what I want. And that black can then be transparent. Done. So that's an element. If I did it with two elements, then I could use the same, basically the same technique, but I don't actually need all of that at all. Like now that I created the paragraph element, I'm still waiting on the back end. I can just steal all this code like that, go nested template, say, get rid of that. And so that's what I get when that code goes on that raw, which obviously I don't want. I don't want it exactly like that. So I need to move that code around. So, and I also need a backup color. So like that. And then let's move so background position 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. That looks good. And then down 10, 30, 40, 50, 60, 5. And so that's the same code, but a bit cleaner. Now, as always, there are other ways to do this. There are always other ways to do this. And the way I do it is not the correct way at all. And incidentally, the way you do it is probably not correct either. That's sort of the beauty of HTML and CSS is that you have so many different choices. I saw a page the other day of 100 different ways to center an element vertically and horizontally in CSS using every technique imaginable and different CSS properties. Incredibly clever, and yeah, very creative. So yeah, I think that's great. Now there are absolutely the shortest solutions. Well, that's not really what I'm about. Like I would like to get a very short solution and a very efficient solution, but I also would like to learn about code that I can actually put places rather than is dependent on, various Chrome bugs that allow for weird syntaxes. I like good code. Anyway, so that's 100% not a bad score. That's the way I chose to do it. What way would you choose to do it, and how would you do it? You go for it. Yeah, you don't need to share necessarily, but I always appreciate um, the variability of how people choose to do things, because you can do this all with box shadows too, right? And then a second element with borders. Why not do that? Why not? Let's do it. Let's do it with two elements, one of which is round and one of which is square. Just as soon as I say it, like, why not do it? Because it's kind of fun. So A, B. Okay. So let's okay, so what are we trying to do? We want the body of that. And then the A element, we're going to say that's going to be round. So we're going to aspect ratio 1, width, I think we decided, was it 170? Background. So we're going to say, oh, actually, we're going to say color, height. How come I don't see anything? I don't know yet. I don't know. Is it just the height that I need to set? Oh, because I haven't done anything. So I need a box shadow. Box shadow, 2 inches, 0, inset, and then 150 pixels, 0. So now when I do border radius, 50%, I get 2 circles like that. Now I'm going to need some margins. 40, 50. That seems close. And then that box shadow 2, 110. Well, that's how you get 2 circles. That's a goofy way to get 2 circles. I love it. And then the B element is what? Oh, do I need 2? Maybe I need 2, actually. I mean, I have a lot of different choices. Let's do background red or background black. Maybe I want 2 of them. So I'm going to say border, 40 pixels solid, black, and then margin minus 100. There it is. I guess I need a, no, I don't need, oh yeah, I do need a height, don't I? Aha. So if I've got borders like that, I need different margins, don't I? The minus 200 gets me up, and then 0, 0, and then minus 100 or 100, something like that. So I need a wider 110 and 12 minus 220, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So I don't know what the minimum height I need. 40, maybe 60. So now I'm a little too high. 28, 27, 28, 29, 85. And then I make another one. And then make that minus. I think that'll do it. So that's an even goofier way to make that shape. Let's submit. These elements don't share anything in common. Do they? No, they don't. Oh, they're slightly wrong. So that's interesting. I actually can't see. So we're 99.9% match, but I don't see what's off about it. Like I can't see a diff in the diff. That's a problem, but that's okay. I think I've demonstrated that's a thing. Probably it's one of these numbers here. That's fine. Let's go back to the good solution. This solution is good. This other one is interesting, but ultimately I'm not super excited about it. All right. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself and each other, and go make a webpage. The world loves a webpage, and it's fun to write code. Go write code. Code is fun to write, and you ought to be able to make computers do what you want rather than having computers and phones tell you what to do. Tell them what to do. That's the way to go. All right, get out of here.